Hello, witches and wizards. We have some exciting news today. We got an update, and I promise I don't even know how to say this because, like, you know how when someone says, I don't mean to be rude, but, and then they go on to say something that is more than likely extremely rude. I'm not trying to flex, and this is true. I'm really not, because I have an iPhone that is 2 cycles old now, so it really is not a flex. But I did download iOS 13 earlier this week, and I'm having a problem. If I go into my app store here and I go to games, where does it tell me which apps need to be updated? And so this really is not a flex. This is more like I'm an idiot. The only way that I know to do this is if I actually go in and type in Wizards Unite, and then hopefully it just says open. So the update isn't here for me yet, but I know some people are already reporting that they have it probably on Android. And as you can see here, it says version 2.3.2, and I think the new updated version is 2.4. So definitely not a flex. The first bit of news that we have is there's a new Brilliant event coming up, and it's going to start on October 8th and run through the 14th, with part 2 running from the 22nd until the 28th. More green books. That's all you need to know. More green books. They say that it's going to be fighting forces, but no other details are given. You know that you can find I can't say the latest and greatest, because that's already been coined by somebody else creating Wizards Unite content. So for the few minutes old and not quite the greatest news updates on Wizards Unite content. Sorry, James. You know I love you, bro. And nobody can do it like you can, James. So, but yeah, as soon as I know more, I will share the words with you guys. Probably one of the greatest quality of life adjustments that we have here is with encounters. When you successfully cast a spell and return a Foundable, you will now be able to skip through the return animation by tapping on the screen. This will only be possible once you have already returned 1 fragment of a Foundable. Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome. You can now tap to skip the post-shuffling animation when you visit a greenhouse. Thank you. That's one of the things. Here's why I'm glad that I'm not a developer of a game. Because on paper, the animations are phenomenal. Everybody is beyond annoyed at the vampire and the length of the animation. I happen to love it. I think it's great. I love how he does that, and he gives you a little nod. I love it. I think it's fabulous. And the what is it? The oh no, the leprechaun. I mean, he gets down and he's dancing like this, and then he throws dirt at you. Like, come on! But everybody gets so mad about these animations, and they just want to skip through them. And yeah, after you see them for the first time, most of them get kind of old, but as a developer and as a programmer, you're like, this is great. And then you get it out to the player base and they pull an Ariana Grande with you and they're like, thank you, next. It's probably pretty disheartening that you went through all the work of doing those animations and coding all that, and then people aren't really appreciative of it. And I get it. Some of them do take a ridiculous amount of time. Same with the animation shuffling in the greenhouses. I get it. I want to say I applaud the effort and the work that went into making those happen. They look great. Unfortunately, people just kind of want to, let's go. Moving and moving. We're shaking. And it's not just LA people. And LA people are wildly known as always being in a hurry. People in the Midwest, listen, I'm from Lubbock, Texas. It does not get much slower in this world than Lubbock, Texas. And even people in Lubbock, Texas are like, all right, we got stuff to do. Like, can we move this on? So I appreciate the effort put in by the developers. I enjoy most of the animations. I'm also in the minority on that. So, but it's something that the player base has been asking for a long time. So it's nice to see the change has been implemented. In the registry, the Goblin is now available in photo mode, so that is cool. It'll have the little camera with the flash that'll show you that you're now able to do this. I can't show you this because, as you saw, I don't know how to update. So maybe leave that in the comments below. Without Like, can you do it on the sly without like making me feel bad? But just tell me, hey, Fodder, here's I'll give you a little pro tip. Here's how you update your games now with iOS 13. Yep, cool. Also, in portraits, you will no longer have to tap each lens, frames, or stickers of your Ministry ID portrait to dismiss the new item badge. New item badge is code word for red dots of hell. Port keys. If you have multiple port keys at once, this should say unlock, but if you have multiple port keys unlocking at once, you will now only get the dialog box to let you know you have unlocked one or more port keys. The port key reward screen will show even if unable to tap all 5 rack spurts, or you leave the port key unexpectedly. Good stuff there. The Ministry ID, tap and hold the achievement badges in your Ministry ID to get a reminder of which achievements you completed to receive the badge. Like, that seems like such a nothing of an update, but thank you, because I have these on my registry and I'm like, I have no idea what I did to get that, but like little things like that, very, very cool. As far as wizarding challenges goes, they've added spell energy to rewards if you win a wizarding challenge at a sponsored fortress. I have mixed feelings about this, and I'm gonna be honest about that. If it costs spell energy to battle, why are you giving spell energy back? Either like, don't make it cost spell energy to battle, or what you could do is in lieu of that, and yes, it's a nice quality of life adjustment, and rural players are probably celebrating this tremendously. But if you're gonna do that, why not either just not make battles take spell energy, which I guess it's there so that you can't just spam out towers constantly, but runestones are a limiting factor there, so I don't know. Or you can do what you did for Community Day and just have the spell energy spawn in the wild. And here's kind of a funny little thing. I miss so much spell energy on the ground because they look like fish. Someone at Community Day was like, oh wait, that's fish. And so maybe tweak the way they look on the ground a little bit, but I don't know, somewhere in there. It's kind of a non-issue. I get what they're trying to do. I think that there's probably other ways that could have been done, but they're trying to improve the game, and I applaud progress. One thing that is omitted, yet again, Adventure Sync. It's not here again, and this is going on like Comic-Con. I don't even remember how long ago that was. We heard soon. And then at FanFest, which was last month, we heard soon TM, which leads me to believe it's probably, I mean, how long did we hear soon TM before the game was released? I don't think it'll be that long, but I don't think, at this point in time, I feel like Adventure Sync is not going to be in this game in 2019. I think it's been pushed back to 2020. And I honestly, I have no information that you guys don't have. I'm strictly stating an opinion here. So that's my opinion. I'm not expecting it until 2020. And we did have some bug fixes. They fixed an issue with the recommended grade for chambers being displayed in red text. If the player's grade is equal to the recommended grade, that's just a nice, like, it's a aesthetic thing. It doesn't really do anything, but okay. Potions fix an issue where players may become stuck in the potions tutorial if they tap on the ladle before the tutorial sequence reaches the master notes section. Nice. SOS assignments for beta players, I can't relate, so I'm going to skip. They fixed an issue where players would receive a message that there isn't enough space on their device to download all assets, even if there's adequate space available on their device. And they fixed an issue with the download all assets occasionally failing. Good to know. And somewhere in here, I don't see it, but I think Orange Wizard did one of those sweet little infographics that is probably covering my hand at the moment. If not, it'll be covering this hand, but you get the point. It says on there that they have fixed the SOS task force where you have to battle with 3 friends in order to get that, and how it doesn't necessarily always show up. I don't see that in the official release. Oh, no, I do see it. They fixed an issue. It was underneath the beta players that I skipped. Fixed an issue where progress for the SOS assignment complete 3 wizarding challenges with 3 teammates wasn't consistently recorded. Has been fixed. So I know a lot of people are, like, these are small little baby steps. I mean, to me, they're small little baby steps. I'm sure in the coding world, this is like a daunting task. But it's super cool to see that even the little things are being addressed and fixed. So I would say kudos to 2.4, if I am correct. Yeah, 2.4.0. And yeah, now, as soon as somebody tells me how to update this, I will do a video on Yes, I know I'm not the most tech-savvy person in the world, but yeah, there you go. Let me know down in the comments below, have you updated, and what is your favorite aspect of the new update? And again, like I said before, if you could